Yo, if you clicked on this video, most likely you are headed towards greatness and you prioritize yourself and doing whatever you have to do in order to get to the best version of yourself. That's exactly what I'm doing. I'm a 23-year-old. I live with my parents. I graduated from college over a year ago, and I have a real dream. I have a desire, I have hunger, and I'm doing whatever it takes on my end to get to my best version of myself and to ultimately live the lifestyle and experience the opportunity and the experience certain things in life that generations before me, my current generation, my parents, have never experienced before. I want to be that individual. All it takes is that one individual that not necessarily changes things, but evolves things in a sense. Not when I say change, I don't mean to like break it down to build it up. It's a matter of evolving it into something that could be greater. How can I extend our last name to be something greater? How can I be a staple to influence others, to encourage others, to help others be their best version of themselves? That's primarily what I desire. That's what I'm doing in the best way possible, on a small scale as of right now. But really what I came in this video to talk to you guys about is just like my previous performance during the week, identifying the areas that I'm looking for. And a lot of these areas are just, subconscious desires that I have or that I want within trading, but in life as well. And what I've done personally within my actions to determine whether I deserve that either now, later, do I deserve it, period, whatever. Not gonna make this video long, but this previous week has been very up and down. I've been consistent for the most part in terms of, bro, it's my dog. 1 second, bro. Come on, bro. All right, so I've been consistent for the most part when it comes to trading, when it comes to working out, when it comes to reading, when it comes to building my software development company, when it comes to what else? Spanish. These core things. Did I mention working out? Working out as well. Like the same things that I'm doing every day. In the pursuit of maximizing myself, maximizing my capabilities, my reach, and just getting to the next level. Like I mentioned, I'm living with my parents, which I'm starting to look at it less as like a level 1 type of basis, where it's like you're a bum. That's how I thought of myself last year. Now it's just like I'm using this as a stepping stone. It's an opportunity for me to try things, really. That's an opportunity on top of being in my 20s without a family, without certain obligations. I'm able to be as free as I want, experiment, try things, fail at things. That's the beauty of this. Like, I can fail as many times as I want. It's like I'm playing in creative mode, bro. I mean, it's the opportunity is abundant. I can go out and get a full-time job and save. I can do what I'm doing now. I can do whatever. I could start a book club. I can do, like I said, the opportunity is vast, right? Right now, I'm choosing the more uncomfortable situation, whereas I'm taking a sacrifice money-wise, because I'm not really making too much money as opposed to working a full-time job where the money is guaranteed. I'm not really doing that right now. That was a path that I did previously in the past few months, but now I've made a decision to stick with this, and we're gonna measure the results within the next 6 months, and then we're gonna compound and keep going from there. But I have, like I said, I have certain desires within these certain things. With trading, it's, reaching a level of profitability where it's consistent, where I can maintain profitability for the entire year and compound that for years upon years upon years. But not only just making money, right? It's making stupid money. Now, I don't know if you guys know, but in trading, there's levels. In just in general in business, whatever entrepreneurship, there's levels to this money game, right? You can make 100,000 in a year, which is good. It's considerably a well-paying pursuit, job, whatever you're doing. But it's a little different when you're making like 10 mil, 20 mil a month, or like, let's break it down. Let's fragment it into like, let's say 100K in a month or 100K in one trade type of thing. Like, stupid money. That's the ultimate outcome that I'm looking for. But there's certain things that I haven't done on my end to take full accountability. My sleep schedule has been horrible, trash. I'm tired right now. I really didn't want to make this video, but I felt compelled to do so. Sleeping schedule is just not consistent. You know, I started on Sunday night. I slept early, went to bed at 10, woke up at 5. After that, the consistency just tanked after that. I started going to bed at 2, going to bed at 4 in the morning, going to bed, you know, just late, and then waking up, trying to wake up with the expectation of being in front of the markets by 7 in the morning, right? Today, I woke up at 9. I don't even know how that happened. I don't know how the misalignment happened between myself and my alarm, but I was not prepared. I was not there. Missed out on a move today, major move. It was like a 1 to 4 RR. And it's interesting. I say that I want these things. I say that I desire to make stupid money, but you're not doing the bare minimum. I spent a lot of time this week also crafting a real edge for myself, something that I could look at and determine whether is this a trade that I'm taking, or is this a trade where I'm willing to, you know, take the back seat, let somebody else take that trade. I'm chilling. I'm waiting for my model. I'm waiting for my parameters. Once I see that, I take the trade. Been working on that, and I've really gotten to a point where it's better than it's ever been in terms of my trading model and how I'm executing it. Didn't really get a chance to really execute it this week. I was more so a big observer, just watching the setups and the moves happen, and just journaling how I'm feeling, journaling what happened, and just refining my model, really. I got into a point where this is the model, and I'm not doing any more refinements. This is the model. I'm going to stick to it. We're going to test it out for the next 3-6 months, and, you know, see where the results take us, and really determine if this is an edge or not. But like in general, I have goals. I have goals in terms of my physical output. Of course, the muscles, the shoulders, things that I didn't even pay attention to a year ago. I'm starting to pay attention now. The jawline, all of that, puffiness within the face, all of that. How skinny I am. I've always been skinny, but I've been more just paying attention to that, a little bit more aware of certain things, proportions. The software development company that I was talking about, I want to rephrase it. It's not really a software development company. It's not that. It's a software that could potentially be an official company or an official business. Right now, it's at its beginning stages, and I'm really spending a lot of time, I mean hours, refining it and getting it to the point where it can match whatever is in my vision, right? I have a huge vision for it, and I'm just trying to make that a reality. Spanish, I really want to become fluent. Really do. I really do. And my why is, you know, specifically in healthcare and in general, like with the various jobs that I've worked, various people that I've encountered, there's a vast amount of individuals that only speak Spanish in America specifically, and it sucks sometimes that I cannot communicate with them in the way that I want. So, and this is always something that I wanted. I took Spanish in high school, took Spanish in college, And this is just one of those things for me where I've always wanted to really learn the language. Reading, getting my mental right, making sure that everything is correlated between the body, within the mind, the spirit. All of these things are tied in, correlated, intertwined, and I want to make sure that I'm putting in dedicated time towards each of these aspects. And I think all of that coordinates with the best version of yourself. I don't want to get to a point where, I have a great physique, but my mental isn't great. Or I have a great mental, but my body isn't great, which is like, how'd that work? But yeah, I'm talking, rambling. To bring it back really quick, or to bring it back as a whole, I can do better. I can do better. I'm expecting a lot more from myself next week in terms of the inputs that I'm placing and the structured inputs, should I say, because I'm placing the inputs, it's not structured. My sleep schedule isn't structured. The times that I'm studying Spanish isn't structured. The time that I'm working out is probably the most structured. Trading, we're kind of in the middle. Some days we wake up on time. Some days we don't, based on the sleep schedule. So, I mean, like I mentioned with the body and the mind being correlated, all of these things are correlated. The time you go to sleep, the time you wake up, the time you show up on the charts. And then that influences whether you take a nap accidentally and whether that impacts the time that you get to work on the software. And then that impacts the time that we work out. And then that further impacts, content creation. This is this is huge for me. So everything becomes a ripple effect if we don't really sit down, become more intentional, and like I said, create a structure or ecosystem where we can have structured inputs, because everything impacts the next thing. Not in the sense that because I got laid off my job or because I hit my foot on something, I'm not going to work out, right? I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying that to maintain structure, maintaining a structured life, you have to have structured inputs. I'll put it that way. And I'm learning that more than ever, specifically this week in this very small sample size. It's like, once you don't get structure, once you don't get things ordered, everything kind of falls out of place. You got to get the foundation right. You got to. So, I mean, use this to inspire you. Use this to, as a sense to relate. I mean, I'm really in the game, bro. I'm all in my pursuits. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not deviating. This is the first time that I've really been focused and honing on what I truly want. And I'm not allowing anybody, which includes myself, to steer me somewhere else. So I expect that for you as well. If you're watching this, I'm proud of you. Keep doing your thing. And yeah, I expect nothing but greatness for you as well as myself. Let's keep grinding. Let's do our thing. And I'll catch you on the next video.